Hello. So this message is specifically coming in. I wanted to do this reading, but felt like I couldn't do it until nighttime. And it's funny because the song came on randomly on a random play, and it stopped me dead in my tracks. And it wasn't so much everything that was being said, but the sounds of the song. And we know that certain frequencies can bring upon things. If you are into meditation, I could see this doing something for you if you wanted to meditate with it. So before I even start shuffling the Eight of Swords. Now the song is the Prelude by Miley Cyrus. It is a song that was made that comes on before her other song called Something Beautiful. And I thought to myself, that was kind of a strange song. I've never heard this before. So I wanted to see what the purpose is of this prelude. And it says that it's a profound exploration of the human condition, delving into themes of isolation, the ephemeral nature of experience, and the yearning for connection. It is the opening track of her Something Beautiful, which focuses on healing. And it's funny because first of all, do you see that? She has a blindfold on. Her hands are chained together, and she's surrounded by the Eight of Swords. The healing, the nurturing that we consistently forget to do for ourselves when we're in our everyday life. But for some reason, the song stood out in a sense of it puts you in this zone of like really focusing on what you need to focus in that moment. Yeah. The healing, which you've done a lot of already, but now you've gotten the inner work, you're getting the inner work down, you're working physically on yourself, but now it's a matter of the thought process. That's what Spirit is coming in. Spirit is coming in to help you with your thought processes, that you're not, we always have negative things that pop up or things that we remember somebody said or something that we wish we would have said in the moment, and you talk about it to yourself in your mind. This is the thoughts. They're just constantly going. Whenever you have a moment of stillness, instead of focusing on the stillness, that's when the mind starts to go with these, look, right underneath, and my ears are ringing. That's when the mind starts to go off in directions, and it can be simple things too, but they're stressful, they're negative. So the prelude, what's being said in the prelude. Like when following an image from a train, your eyes can't keep the passing landscapes, time passing by. So wasting time on those negative thoughts from being swallowed into endless distance. Like when holding a fistful of ashes, your hands can't save the things that have already been dissolved into air. It's already done. Let it go. Don't think about it no more. There's no reason to anymore. Like when facing the sun through a window, your skin feels warmth, but it can't be in the world that its warmth has made alive. Like walking alone through a lucid dream, like saying your name aloud in an empty room, like witnessing my body standing in a mirror, aching to be seen, aching to become real. But the beauty one finds alone is a prayer that longs to be shared. The healing. The parts of your healing. the prayer, your faith, your connection with spirit. They know that you're on a great path. You've been doing a really good job. Yes, thank you. I wanted confirmation. You are doing a really good job at the healing process. Now it's time to control the thought process. Oh, look at this. You're going to be able to control your thought process. It's going to come much easier for you now that you've done that inner work. Your thought processes, you're going to be able to stop those in your tracks. And this is why I was kind of drawn to do this later on at night, because before you go to bed tonight, think about that. You know how they say count sheep to help you go to sleep? Count what you're thankful of. Try to start processing, reprogramming your brain to think positively, happy, anything that's not negative, pretty much. Oh, look, because it's just going to open more doors for you. By doing this, it's just going to open more doors for you. That's what I keep hearing. By you being able to control your thought process, you're also going to be able to control, oh, did you see that? How things come to you. So for many of you as a collective, you've done a lot of work on yourself as a person, as an individual, for yourself, things that you needed to change or put boundaries upon so that you're not suffering anymore mentally or socially. So you've pretty much set the base to be able to do this. And you are going to do this. This is why the Ten of Pentacles is coming out, because you are going to conquer this. It's going to take a little bit of time because we're all so very used to going there. I hear that. Going there. Constantly just, if you're swimming in murky water, how do you expect to get to the clear water? You have to get out of the murky and go to the clear. Again, that's the only way to fix it. You are in full control, and you might not think you are. And this is one of the things that a lot of the collective suffers from, is the fact that you feel as if you cannot control the thoughts. But those thoughts don't represent anything good for you, because then it steers you off of the path. I'm not saying you have to be Mr. Brightside, shiny and smiley all the time, because it's impossible to do. Things always happen. Things always come up. Somebody always says something stupid. You see something that bothers you. It's a matter of, as soon as that thought creeps up, stop yourself. Mentally, stop the thought process and think, wow, why am I wasting my energy? Because you are. You're wasting this every time you focus on that negativity. And we attract what we speak, what we think. Just because we don't say it out loud doesn't mean it doesn't come to fruition. And that's what your spirit team is saying. You are very powerful in here. And you are very highly connected and divine with the divine. And because of that, you have the opportunities to be able to control what you have coming in for you. You also have full ability to control putting blockages based off of your mindset and what you're thinking. So what I'm hearing is find something, and if you're into music, go that route, because this song was very, I don't know, the sounds, just the sounds. You have to actually listen to the song, because it's not the words, it's the sounds. It puts your mind in a different mind frame, I swear. And I think it's being shown to me for a reason from your spirit team. It's being shown to me, look, so that you can start bringing balance to the thoughts that come within your mind. They want you to know that they know that you've done a lot of work, and they know that your mental mind frame, believe it or not, has gotten you to where you are today. It's been a big part of where you are today and how you're able to manifest and ask and have faith in what you want to be prosperous in. This is nuts. This is nuts. Now, I am all about healing work, and that's going to be something I'm going to start diving into for you guys. I want to help others heal, and all you have to do is believe. All you have to do is try it. All you have to do is try to build a better, stronger connection with your faith. And you just, all of a sudden, it does. Things start to work out. Why? Because your mental mind frame is now in a more positive atmosphere. And you can actually start to focus on what you need to focus on, because these thoughts that come into your mind, and it's as simple as somebody said something to pretty much disregard you. And in the moment, you didn't get to say, like afterwards it happened and you thought about it and you're like, oh man, I should have said this. It's okay. The reason your mind didn't go there is because you are not the type of person to stab someone with words. Unless you absolutely have to, because we all get in those moments. But you definitely don't have to do that. It's not a matter of being the bigger person or anything like that. It's more for yourself. It's your mental mind frame, where your mind goes in that stillness or in the moment of this happening. But it's going to be much clearer for you. It's going to be much clearer for you. Your thoughts are going to be able to be more controlled when it comes to negative things. The Hermit. Broaden your horizons a little bit with being open to trying new things when it comes to working on your mental. Because, and I believe it's even in like the 369 methods, and Nikola Tesla talks about the matter of the mind, like how much the mind can literally change things in your reality based off of how you take things, how you see things, how you think of things. So one of the things that if you're open to try, maybe not tonight if it's too late, but maybe tomorrow night, try picking something like putting on some headphones. Find songs or music that puts you in almost like a Zen moment where you can quiet those thoughts in your mind, which is not easy to do. I am still to this day learning how to meditate without thoughts going boop, 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 popping up in my head. It's so annoying, but it happens. Backwards. Yeah. It's time to move forward from this. You don't need to carry the weight of having all these thoughts constantly popping in throughout your day and veering you off of your path. There's no reason for it, because you don't need it. You're definitely being guided by spirit and by higher powers, because they know that you are destined and worth so much more than what you think in your mind. And they want you to see that. They want you to see that you are the sun. You are like the sun in your life. Your life is like your own movie playing, and you are the main person in this movie, and you are the sunshine in this. 9 of Pentacles, right after I say that. The flow. See how the flow? It's the same way as in the mental mind frame. The flow of the thoughts start to control how they come in, Be the one who is in charge of the thoughts that are going through your mind. And I know it's not an easy task, but it takes certain things. So I think this is coming to me from Spirit for people who enjoy music. And I mean anything. If it comes down to you like screaming hard rock music, that meditates you, use it. And then as thoughts come up, if it helps to write it down or note what comes through your mind so that you can go back to it. And instead of thinking and looking at it as an aspect as you are in a negative manner, try to change that mindset. Because it's not just, in my opinion, a part of healing your mental thoughts isn't just like, oh, just forget it, just let it go. No, you need to have that thought in your mind and then revamp it as to how it affects you mentally, is what I'm hearing. Are we coming out or no? No? But you definitely have ancestors, past loved ones, spirit guides. They're all rooting for you. They all are trying to help you through this. And that's why this message is coming through, because you're at that point where you question yourself sometimes, like, why do I think that way? Why do I even allow that to come through my mind in that way? It's not that you're allowing it, you just don't know how to control it. You don't know how to, it's almost like when you pick something up and you pick up a rock and now it's a crystal type thing. I know that sounds a little ridiculous, but visually that's what I'm trying to explain. The negative thought is the rock. Change the way you see the rock in your mind. Don't be delusional, or as they're saying, delulu, but try to attach a positive to that negative. So the next time it pops up in your head, surrendering. The next time it pops into your head, you're not going to go down emotionally in a negative way. You're going to be able to revamp it in your mind to see it in a positive way. Right use of power. Use what you've got. You have a whole spirit team behind you, backing you up. Music plays a big part here for this collective. Find the music that zones for you, that puts you in this relaxed state of just clarity. And let that help you tackle each one of those negative thoughts that come up. Getting back to integrity. Do you see that? Oh my gosh. You're only bringing yourself back to you. That's what I'm hearing. By you doing this. And this is something you've been missing for a long time in your life, is the enjoyment within yourself, of yourself. And the thought process is a big part in that. Oh my God, what did I just say? Perfect storm. The courage to step into life. The storm is the thoughts within your mind. But tackle that head on, because you can do this. And look at the number on it. It just happens to stand out for me. So you might be seeing 4s a lot, or things that equal 4. Because for some reason that one is like glowing out of the other ones. I'm seeing that one specifically. I just like, oh my gosh. Your thoughts and your mind is what brings the storms to you, because things will pop up. Like I said, whether it be a conversation you had with somebody, something somebody said to you, or a situation that had happened and it's bothering you. So yes, your mind starts to bring it up and you start to vent about it within yourself. But I'm telling you, seriously, try before you go to bed, get yourself comfy, you know, put on your favorite comfy clothes, do whatever it is that helps you relax within the space. Lay down on your favorite couch with your favorite blanket, whatever, or your bed, whatever you want to do. If you want to put things over your eyes, whatever makes you feel like you're almost like at a spa. You're just relaxed and calm and zen. Turn on that music and pay attention, close attention to what pops up in your head. If you have to write it down, like I said, write it down, because if you can focus on what the negative things are that's coming up in your mind, you'll be able to tackle each one at a time. Empty well, time to replenish. It's time. It's time. You definitely are going to be able to do this, but your spirit team knows that you have tackled so many things, and now you're at a point where it almost feels like the final countdown, like the last thing that will almost make this cycle pretty much complete for you when it comes to transforming who you are into who you are today, this very moment on this life path. It is a huge step that is just going to jolt you right on the path that you're yearning for, that you want to be on. It's going to help you get there much faster. Ooh. Oh, what did I just say? Thank you, Spirit, for that confirmation, because that is beautiful. Hollow bone, teachability. Teaching yourself little by little, these little tiny steps will add up to a big step of growth. Oh, and look what's on the bottom. Adaptability. And it just keeps getting better and better. New beginnings. You are not a negative Nancy or a negative Nicholas. That is not who you are. That is not who you're meant to be. And yes, you might have had situations or people or things that have put those negative thoughts in your mind. Even when it comes to your past, I'm hearing a lot of your past. Things that have happened to you in the past. That is the key word in that. It is the past. It's already done. You can't go back. You can't change it. However, you can change how you grow from it. Definitely try to focus, even if it's just one. Like I honestly, I wouldn't go crazy trying to think of how many negative thoughts. Like, don't go into that thinking, how many negative thoughts can I come up with? No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, even just pick one. Whatever's weighing heavy negatively on your mind right now, pick that one negative thought and write it down. And then look at it and ask yourself, why does this affect me this way? What can I do next time so that this doesn't affect me this way? Start questioning how to change it to the positive, because it's time to replenish, like they said. And this is so cool because they're here for you. That's all I keep hearing. We're here for you. We're here with you. Ooh. Did you want to come out? No, yes, no. Yep, look. You don't need to carry it anymore. You don't need to carry it anymore, because you're going to control it. You're going to overcome it. It's just going to take a little bit of work on focusing on how to change the mindset. It's never going to take back what that person did or what that person said or what that situation did to you. That does not change. It is what it is. But, you know, such is life. but you can change how it affects you. And that's where all this inner work has been coming in from. You definitely, like it says in the thing about looking in the mirror, you definitely are at that point where you don't want those negative thoughts when you're looking at yourself. You don't want those negative thoughts affecting you in your everyday life. And sometimes they can, but they don't have to. They don't have to. We're all going to have bad days. We're all going to have days that are just too much sometimes, and that's okay. And that's where your rest comes in. That's where the rest period comes in, so that you can refresh everything that you need to refresh. Look. And look how happy he is. You have so many opportunities to be able to work on this. You just have to make sure that you're actually doing it. And just try it. I'm telling you, they're saying music. Listen to certain tones, whether it's Native American flute playing, anything that is like a Zen type. Like it says, aching to be seen, aching to become real. But the beauty one finds alone. Let me say that one more time. But the beauty one finds alone. You are going to be able to find beauty within the thoughts in your mind by doing this practice consistently. Whenever you feel comfortable and ready to do it, do it. And tackle one thing at a time, because it's gonna pay off immensely for you down the road. It really is. Anything else you want them to know? Anything else? We're getting closer to the limit. Take it to the limit. That's what I'm hearing. Yep. No more looking at yourself, placing judgment upon yourself. Now it's time to allow higher powers, spirit, ancestors to just guide you through this healing process. It's going to be, I'm hearing, not a long road, but it's not going to be a quick road. It's going to be a road. They don't want to discourage you by saying a long road, but it's going to be something that ultimately in the end, you're going to watch your life change every single step that you take on this life path by doing this. Tackle one negative thought at a time. I guarantee you, as I'm talking about these negative thoughts, things have popped up in your head as I'm speaking about this, of somebody doing something to you or saying something to you or a bad situation. It did pop through your head because you're like, oh my God, she's talking about me. Well, if that's the case, write that thought down and try to figure out what you can place upon that thought so that it is no longer affecting you in that way anymore. So then the next time it comes up in your mind, it's not going to eat at you the way that it does right now, because right now it has control over you. You are the one that needs to take control of those thoughts. And you have an abundance of help. So as long as you try it and see what works for you to be able to do this, it's showing it's going to work. It's definitely going to work. So if you try it, let me know. I'd love to hear what people come up with, and maybe we can help each other out with placing positivity on negativity. Why not, right? Peace. Love you guys.